So analysis of unknown inorganic and organic compound, like how we can analyze the inorganic compounds and organic compounds. If we want to test acid or base character, so what we can do, the things which we can do, we can use an indicator, and depends on which indicator we are using. Like if we are using a universal indicator, in acid it will be red and in alkaline it will be blue. Or for group 1 and 2 metals, to test them we can use a flame test. So first we dip a nichrome wire in a solution of HCl, concentrated HCl, and then into the tested metal ion solution, and carefully place the wire on the top of the flame. Then if it is a red, it will be lithium, orange or yellow it will be sodium, lilac, potassium, red, rubidium, blue, cesium. Magnesium does not give a color because that is not in the visible range, energy is emitted out. Calcium is a brick red, strontium is crimson red, and barium is green. If you want to test the carbonate or hydrogen carbonate ion, so we can add an acid, we'll observe bubbles or fizz, and we can pass that gas given off through a lime water, and the lime water will turn milky because of formation of calcium carbonate. If we want to test ammonium ion, we can add sodium hydroxide and heat it gently, and or what will happen, a pungent gas is given off which will turn damp red litmus blue, shows that ion present is ammonium and the gas given off is ammonia. If you want to test the sulfate ion, so we can add barium chloride or barium nitrate, it will give white PPT. So when carrying out like these tests, it must be what we should use. We should always add nitric acid before adding any substance. Reason for that, because it will turn into, all nitrates are soluble, so it will turn into nitrate compound. Otherwise, the result might interfere. Like the carbonate ions also give a white PPT with barium cation, and addition of acid will remove any carbonate present in the mixture. So then the test of a sulfate can be conducted. To test the halide ion, we add aqueous acidified aqueous silver nitrate solution, and it is followed by aqueous ammonia. So if it is a chloride, it will give white precipitate, and in dilute or concentrated, it will dissolve. If it's a bromide, it will give a cream precipitate. In dilute or concentrated, it will all, in dilute it does not dissolve, in concentrated it dissolves. And if it is iodide, it will dissolve in both, it won't dissolve in either dilute or concentrated. Then test for the various cations using a sodium hydroxide, like with magnesium. When we add it, give white suspension, calcium, white solid or white PPT. Strontium and barium, they are soluble, does not give PPT. Zinc, white PPT. Aluminium, white PPT. Silver, dark brown. Copper, it will give a blue precipitate. Iron 3, brown precipitate. Iron 2, dirty green precipitate. Chromium, green precipitate or blue green precipitate. Cobalt, bluish precipitate. And nickel, green precipitate. Manganese, it will give off-white precipitate. And in excess, you have to learn, if we add more or excess, what will happen to that precipitate. So you have to learn this. Then halide can also be tested by reacting a solid halide with concentrated sulfuric acid. The chloride produces steamy fumes are there. Bromide also produces steamy fumes and a brown vapor. And iodide produces steamy fumes and purple vapor. So transition metals, they will give a colored compound. Their compounds are colored. So like manganese is there, violet or purple. Chromium is there, orange or yellow. And test for bromide, we can add chlorine. It will produce an orange solution and some effervescence may be observed. So these are all the tests for inorganic chemistry which you have to learn. So analysis of unknown inorganic compound, this is how we identify.